It was an extremely insightful discussion that we had today as part of the second talk in the Biz Talk series. We were joined by Rahul Sasi, founder of CloudSEK, and Deleep, founder of Zscore with us. They are part of the NetApp Accelerator cohorts and have engaged with NetApp as doing POCs for them. Today's discussion focused around how do you develop the entrepreneur acumen in you, and it was attended by a lot of NetApp employees. The discussion brought out various points, right? People talked about what does it take to develop the preparedness, the ability to understand what your customer needs, the ability to pivot if the situation demands, the ability to have that accountability and say that yes, it is mine and we will succeed. How do you overcome the fear of failure? And Rahul talked about competitive advantage versus strategic advantage. Rahul.
Sure. Think about a startup, right? You have to pivot a lot. You have to make your team do something remarkable, and pivoting is part of that. So when we pivot and when we do the work, one thing we understood, or I personally believe, is that competitive advantage is lesser valuable than strategic advantage. Competitive advantage is where you would make your team do work faster, better, and more efficient. Strategic advantages may you make your team build something unique and valuable. For example, if a competitor has X feature, you would ask your team to build a different feature rather than competing with them. Be more strategic. And what we have learned, or I personally believe, that strategic will win our competitive advantages, because competitive advantage is something people can copy. Your competitor can also become efficient, faster, and do things better. And if you look at the history also, it has proved that Japanese were competitively extremely smarter and they had that advantage. But the US, in the 80s, they were more strategic. They built more valuable and differentiated things, and which helped them advance in their race. So that's something I personally believe.
Deleep, you talked about preparedness and knowing your customer. Do you want to?
Preparedness, when it comes to preparedness, I think product market fit is something that's very important. Just like how Rahul had said about pivoting. Either be pivots or whether it is your regular product strategy, having the right product market fit is extremely important. Do enough amount of research, understand your customer, understand what the product needs. Don't go and build it hastily. Try and go and verify it with your customers. Talk to enough number of people, and then create a good strategy, and then rapid prototyping and implementation should be the way to go. It yields success, and the success rate is very high as opposed to arbitrarily going and building product features. And yeah, that's about it. So